Beloved, welcome back. Today I want to talk about restoration. Restoration, comeback or bounce back, or those are terms given to restoration, getting back what you lost. Maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost a loved one, maybe you lost yourself during this process of life. So that is really a loss, but there is a comeback. After all those loss, there is something good that comes out of that deficit. Sometimes there are losses that are very significant. To you it may seem like a dead end. To you it may seem like this is going to destroy your life. This is going to bring your life to a halt, a standstill. But some are very significant. In the scripture, in the book, I think in the book of Isaiah, for Isaiah to see God, King Uzziah had to die. So after King Uzziah died, Isaiah saw God. So there are some things that have to die. There are some obstacles that have to be removed. They have to pave way for you to see or to come to your destiny, for you to discover your gift, for you to discover yourself, for you to discover your inner version. There's something I like so much about adversity and pain. Pain introduces you to the real version of you. Pain brings out the real version of you. So all through my life, I love embracing pain. I love embracing challenges, because I know out of that challenges there's some gain I'm going to acquire. Even the statement, I think this statement is the statement I use since primary, that there is no pain without gain. There is no gain without pain. So you have to endure pain for you to gain. Even if you, let's say, even going to the gym, for you to build muscles, for you to get this beautiful physique, you have to go to the gym. It's not appetizing, it's not good when you are lifting that weight, you are burning that calorie, you are lifting that heavy weight. It's so breaking, it's so heartbreaking. But after that pain, after enduring all that struggle, you will get the physique, you will get broader muscles. So pain brings out, pain is a gift. Pain leaves a mark and it leaves a gift. So out of pain, there is always a restoration. And also, anything that you've lost during this journey of life, usually what I like saying is that you've not lost it. That was not your blessing. If it was your blessing, it would have stayed. So that blessing that was removed was temporary. We tend to cry so much on the blessing that is removed. We tend to cry so much on the locked door. We keep knocking on the door that God has already shut, because that was not our blessing. What is really doing is pruning. Pruning is an agricultural technique where farmers use. They prune. Prune is cutting the leaves or the branches for the tree or the plant to grow bigger and better and broader and huge. So you have to prune it. So after it has been pruned, if you look at the plant with your eyes and you tend to trust the logic, you will lose it, because the plant seems like after a few days it's going to wither off and die. But let me tell you, you have stimulated growth in that plant. You've helped it. At that moment, the plant is crying because you've really broken it. But what it doesn't know is that you have given it an opportunity to grow bigger and broader. Also, there is the illustration I like so much, the illustration of a palm tree. Palm tree, when they, in a forest, when the forest, let's say, is hit or struck by a tornado is a strong wind, you will find out that all the trees, the tall trees, the huge trees that you know are going to be uprooted, because the tornado is very strong. It uproots trees. But there is this lucky tree. Even the Bible notes it. Note it's the palm tree. Palm tree is very lucky. It has been given the ability to stretch. Palm tree will stretch when the tornado is blowing. When the wind is blowing, the tornado will just bend to the ground. Imagine how lucky it is. It will bend to the ground. It will bend for a couple of numbers. The wind will be blowing. It will just bend there until the wind dies off. Then it will stand back again. But this time when it's standing, it's strong, well and rejuvenated to endure hardship, to endure trial. So what am I saying, beloved? What am I meaning, beloved? Is that pain, brokenness, loss, they are opportunity for us to be rejuvenated, for us to be weak, for knowledge to be instilled in us, wisdom to be instilled in us. So those are the things that we gain out of adversity, out of trial. The comeback is always better, is always good, is always strong. Imagine if I told you that whatever is breaking you today, that whatever you've encountered today, or whatever loss you are trying to accept in your life, after now, you are going to appreciate God for that trial, for that pain, for that loss. Because restoration is better, is good. People will look at you and say, what happened to him? How did he manage to become who he is to do? Look at these successful people in the world. Go ask them. There's no the story behind all the successful people is pain. They will talk about pain. They will talk about struggle. They will talk about different challenges they had to endure. Look at Timothy Edison, the boy that discovered the light bulb. How did he discover it? By failing 1,000 times. Not failing 1,000 times, but by failing 999 times. But it is the last attempt, the 1,000 times, that the bulb lit. And up to this time, we remember him. And when you go to ask him, what will he tell you? The thing he usually says, and is the thing that makes me happy, is that he loved that he failed 999 times. Because of the failure, the 999 times he failed, he discovered 999 times why the bulb was not lighting. So failure is significant. You have to fail for you to start again. Failure is an opportunity to start again better without making similar mistake you were making earlier. So that adversity, whatever you're going through, that loss, that failure that you've encountered, count it joy. Appreciate God for that opportunity. Because if God had no purpose with you, you would not be listening to this video. You would not be watching this video. You would not be here today. So if you are watching the video, if you are here today, it means God has a purpose with you. It means your restoration is coming. It means your opportunities is on the other end of your struggle. You have to encounter different challenges in life. There's these stories in the Bible, the stories of David, the story of Joseph, story of many of these people in the Bible. I like them so much. You know why? Like David had to fight Goliath for him to be a king. Joseph had to be sold into slavery for him to become a prime minister. So that loss, that wilderness, that giant that you're facing is going to promote you to your ultimate destiny. And restoration is always good. It's always sweet. You are going to thank God for putting you in that situation, for helping you cross that wilderness. So, God says very well that He's going to restore everything. and restoration will be accelerated, will be very fast. The story of Israelites. There is a time that locusts were sent along the way, the rock cockworms and palmer worm and caterpillars. They were sent along their way. For 4 consecutive years, the Israelites would grow their crops, and locusts will come, eat them to the ground, eat everything, even the roots, including the roots. When it was they were about to harvest their plants, that is when locusts would come and eat everything. This happened for 4 consecutive years. But in the 4th year, Prophet Joel was sent to them. And Joel told them that God has said that they should not quit. Because they were tired. They were used to loss. Now they were at the edge of quitting. And they were telling themselves, now if we plant and the same thing will happen, what is it for us? We should just leave everything and die. But Joel came. Joel told them that just do this thing or repeat it one more time, and God is going to bless you. He's going to restore you fully and in abundance. And that is exactly what happened. The impossible happened. In a span of 1 year, that there was only one harvesting season and planting season and cultivation season. But in a span of 1 year, they were able to plant 4 times. Just imagine, in 1 year, there was 4 harvesting seasons, 4 cultivation seasons. And God said, the scripture says, those that trust in God shall not be put into shame again. So beloved, what you need to do is just to trust God. Don't trust your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will guide you through or through and out of that situation. Don't trust your instincts. Don't trust your eyes. Don't trust your thinking. Don't trust the logic. If you dwell so much on the logic, if you dwell so much on the closed door, the adversity is going to pull you into depression. And let me assure you, pulling yourself out of depression, pulling yourself out of that pit of depression is the most tedious, most unpleasant thing that you can have to endure. My beloved, my friends, wherever you are, embrace pain. And after embracing pain, change the perception. Change how you view that situation. Because God is going to restore you double of what you lost. Imagine God restored the Israelites 4 or in abundance after their plants had been eaten by locusts. Their stores were full up to the brim with grace, with food. Restoration will surely come. Restoration is there. Restoration is there. Also, there is this part whereby the Israelites, they were blocked by the Syrians. Things were very expensive. The people that had things, the foodstuffs, supplies, it was very expensive. Even the mothers started killing their kids or slaughtering their kids and eating them. It was that bad. But Prophet Elisha was sent and he came to them. He told them that tomorrow food will cost less than 100 shillings. A loaf of bread, which is now at 100 or 1,000, will cost less than a shilling. There was this guy that did not trust, and Elisha told him, you will see it, but you will not have it. They were blocked by the Syrian, and this was after a long period of time. So they had exhausted everything in their community. But there was 4 lepers. These four lepers thought to themselves, what are we going to lose? We should just, instead of staying here and letting hunger kill us, we should just move to the Syrian block and borrow food, or when we sneak into their place when they are asleep and steal some food instead of letting hunger kill us here. So that is what they did. So when they were approaching the Syrian block, God multiplied their footsteps, and it appeared to be a large crowd of army was coming to attack the Syrians. What did they do? They ran away. They escaped. They escaped to another location, and everything was left there. So when the 4 lepers entered there, they were so surprised. They took food and went back with it to the Israelites. They told them the miracle they had seen, and all of them ran to that block, the Syrian block, ate their food, carried whatever they were to carry, and that happened. So that was restoration in abundance. Also, there is a time whereby they were from a war, and on reaching their village, on reaching their community, on reaching their society, they found that everything was burnt down. Their families were taken into slavery. So David was so frustrated. He cried. He was so annoyed, and he asked God why you would allow him to go. Well, he knew very clearly that his community was going to be attacked. And he asked one of his seers that, what has God said? And the seer told him that God has told you to go after them. You are going to capture them. So along the way, they met this one Amalekite, the Amalekite soldier who was harmed or injured, who now, because of the injury, was left behind.